Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, and today I'm back at Westfarms Mall in West Hartford and Farmington, Connecticut. The last time I was here was in October 2022, over a year ago. I did a full video on the mall back then, but I figured that it might be interesting to go back and see how it's doing today. Back in October 2022, Westfarms was arguably the most successful mall in Connecticut. Is that still the case today? Let's find out. In case you were wondering, this was filmed in mid-November 2023 on a Sunday around 3 in the afternoon. And as you might have seen, the Christmas decorations are up. And if we're lucky, we might actually catch a glimpse of Santa himself. Now, I know I went over a lot of Westfarms history in my previous video, but just in case you didn't see that video, I'll do a quick refresher. Westfarms opened in 1974 and has been owned and managed by Taubman Centers ever since. Today, Taubman Centers is a subsidiary of Simon Property Group, but luckily they haven't given Westfarms the full Simon treatment yet. I've been coming to this mall since the late 70s when I was a little kid, and two of my strongest memories of this mall are the sculptures, two of which still remain today, and the water fountains. This sculpture here is called Hope, and it was made by Bucky Schwartz and has been here since opening day in 1974. Straight ahead is Macy's, and this is the location of the original anchor store G. Fox. G. Fox was here until 1993 when it became Filene's, and then Filene's became Macy's in 2006. In addition to G. Fox, the other original anchor stores were JCPenney and Sage Allen, and today only JCPenney remains. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe those lights in the ceiling there are, if not original, they are very old. They might have been brown back in the 70s and 80s. That's a memory I have. I don't know if it's a false memory or not, but I definitely remember that shape and style of lights. I think they were repainted white at some point, but I could be wrong about that. So if anybody knows for sure, let me know in the comments. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more mall videos coming. Thanks. So as you can see, it's pretty busy. And again, this is a Sunday midday, really at the start of the holiday season, so I would expect it to be busy. I looked back at my last video from October 2022, and the crowd levels were just about the same back then, so the mall seems to be doing pretty well. There he is, the big man Santa. I think this is probably the first time I've been to Westfarms during the holiday season since sometime in the 1990s. So this is my first time seeing this setup here. But I checked online and they did have this exact setup back in 2018. I'm not sure how long it's been like this though. It's kind of neat, but also kind of weird. It's like his sleigh is almost like a spaceship. It's kind of odd, but I don't know. I guess it looks okay. Coming up ahead is the other Macy's. This is the Macy's Men's and Home Department. And this is actually the location of the other original anchor store, Sage Allen, which was here from 1974 to 1993. And here's a picture of what this area looked like sometime back in the 80s, I think. And then in 1995, it became Filene's Men's and Home. And then in 2006, it changed to Macy's Men's and Home. So I thought this sleigh was kind of neat, the way they have like this little, the interior with the snow on the ground there. I think the only way you can get in there though is if you actually see Santa, and I didn't really feel comfortable sitting in Santa's lap just to get in there, so maybe next time. So this hallway here used to take you to Lord & Taylor. Lord & Taylor was here from 1982 up until 2020 when it went out of business. And last time I was here, the Lord & Taylor was still here. It was closed, but it was still here. And here's a picture of what it looked like back then. And today it's all closed off, and apparently what's happening now is they're building a Jordan's Furniture, which is going to open just next month, apparently in December. So I think I might go back in December and check out Jordan's. If anybody wants to see that, let me know in the comments. Like I said earlier, I've been coming to this mall since the late 1970s when I was a little kid. Even though I don't come to the mall very often anymore, it still means a lot to me because it is my childhood mall, and other than a few expansions, it still looks a lot like it did back then. The only major change is the lack of water fountains. From opening day up until 2002, this mall was full of water fountains, especially in this center area here. Here's a couple of pictures of what they used to look like. And as a kid, I loved the water fountains. They were actually probably my favorite part of the mall. I can still remember the way the water fountain smelled, which was kind of like a swimming pool, and how the water felt on my hands because they were in easy reaching distance, even of a young kid. And my recollection is that most of the fountains were maybe 3 to 4 feet off the ground. They had bubblers and lights under the water, which kind of made them look like enormous hot tubs. And I remember very clearly as a kid wanting to jump in them and take a swim. Sadly, of course, that never happened. And then, like I said, they were all removed in 2002 for who knows what reason. So you see this elevator here? This elevator used to be the main elevator that was in the center of the mall. It's since been replaced, and they moved it down here, I think in the late 90s. Because my understanding is this entire wing of Westfarms was built between 95 and 97. And then they added the Nordstrom at the end of the hall here. And sadly, the elevator seems to be out of service today. It was working when I was here last year, so if you want to see me go up in it, take a look at my video from October of 2022. Hopefully that's just a temporary breakdown though, because that is a classic elevator, and it is from 1974. And here's the Nordstroms I was talking about. So this came in 97, and this was actually the first Nordstroms in Connecticut and the first Nordstroms in all of New England. The only other Nordstroms in Connecticut is at the Sono Collection.
the other like big thing that Tay wanted.
So for those of you who are interested, here's a floor plan of the mall. And we are actually where the little red dot is on the left. The other dots you see are actually Pepsi symbols, so I think those are a location of Pepsi machines, which is kind of weird to have on a mall map, I think. Here's the other sculpture that's been here since opening day in 1974. This is Alphabet Spire 6, which was made by William Crutchfield. And I looked it up online, and apparently William Crutchfield did a bunch of other sculptures very similar to that, which is why that is Alphabet Spire 6. And then, of course, here's J.C. Penney. This is the third original anchor store. And it's been here since 1974, and it has always been here. So hopefully it'll be here a lot longer. And if anybody actually wants me to do a walkthrough of JCPenney or Nordstrom or any of those stores, let me know. And also, if I do that, let me know what you want me to look at, because I'm not really the type that would look at clothing prices or perfume or anything like that. So if I did go through a JCPenney or a Macy's or any of those department stores like that, let me know what you'd want me to look at specifically. Or did you just want me to do a walkthrough like I'm doing here? All right, so now let's head on up to the second floor. At the end of this hall used to be another entrance to Lord & Taylor. Here's what it looked like last year when I was here. And you can see the Lord & Taylor was closed, but it was still intact at that point. And now this is going to be the Jordans that apparently is going to be opening in about a month, sometime in December of 2023. So we'll see what that looks like sometime in December, hopefully. So now let's take a brief second to just take a look at this wonderful elevator from 1974. And if anybody knows who made this elevator, please let me know in the comments. I seem to remember somebody might have told me at one point, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So if you look straight ahead, you'll see those new elevators over there, the glass ones to the left. Originally, there were 2 escalators there. And here's a photo of what this area looked like back in, I believe, the 80s. And you can see the Sage Allen on the right, and then the 2 escalators on the left there. And then all those wonderful water fountains. All right, so we're not going to go back down to the first floor yet, but I figured I did want to take a ride in the elevator, so let's go back down and then right back up again.
Oh, I didn't see that little. That's like the your mom was like, oh, have her take pictures.
Here's the other upper level entrance of the old Lord & Taylor. And here's a picture of what it looked like last year when I was here. And here's what this area looked like back when Lord & Taylor was still open. And hopefully this hallway will be nice and busy again once this is a Jordan's. Coming up here on the left is Tiffany, and on the right is Louis Vuitton. And I would love to film in these stores, but I think I would get kicked out almost immediately. So this is probably the best view you're going to get of a Tiffany in one of my videos. And I thought it was kind of funny. They actually had Perrier water on the counter there. So fancy. In my last video, I mentioned that there used to be a movie theater here in the mall, and there was up until 1985. It was a United Artists Theater, and there were 3 screens, I believe. And from what I've been told, it used to be located approximately to the left here, between this Taco Bell and the Dunkin' Donuts, is what somebody said. Somebody else said it's where the California Pizza is today. but I seem to remember it being more towards where the Dunkin' Donuts was. So it was somewhere in that general area. Now, don't go anywhere yet. I'm going to do a drive around to the mall and we can see what it looks like from the outside. All right, so first up on the left we have the Macy's, which, like I said earlier, was originally G. Fox when the mall opened, and then it became Filene's in 1993, and then Macy's in 2006. And normally I would have been able to keep driving in this direction, but they had the road blocked off because of this. This is the old Lord & Taylor, and this will be Jordan's Furniture apparently sometime in December of this year. So in the next month or two, this should be Jordan's. And then on the left there, we have the parking garages. Those were built around 1997 or so. Here's the Nordstrom's, which was also built in 1997. And to me, this part of the mall still feels new because I kind of stopped coming to this mall on a regular basis probably around 94, 95, which is when I went away to college, and I really never came back much after that. So all of this stuff was built while I was away in college, and every time I see it, it just feels like this is new, even though it's like 25, 26 years old at this point, which is kind of crazy. Here's the JCPenney, and originally this JCPenney had one of those black and silver logos on it. I'm not really sure when they changed it to the red logo. If anybody knows that, let me know in the comments. Coming up on the left is the Macy's Men's and Home Department, and that again is where Sage Allen used to be, the original anchor store. And then that got replaced by Filene's Men's and Home, and then it became Macy's Men's and Home in 2006. There you have it. That's Westfarms Mall in November 2023. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I got a lot more mall videos coming up, as well as store walkthroughs and, of course, flea markets. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.